Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus. So last time out, we finished off the final boss of the game. And so, yeah, there should be no more parts, right? Wrong. So, we've now beaten the boss. And, Shiori's gone at this point. But we've still got the epilogue to go through, ladies and gentlemen. That's the one downside I would say about this game. The ending seems to go on and on for a fucking eternity. But here we are, so time has passed, and everything's back to normal. Shiori's memory is pretty much disappeared completely, and everybody's all... and life is going on as normal for everybody. So that's where we are. We're in the epilogue to see what's going on. So get to see what's happening with all the rest of the gang during, after what happened to Shiori. Sorry about that. Classic Ryota. Of course. Let's head out, why not? Nah, he's kind of busy at this moment in time, buddy. He's kind of annoyed. Trying his best to get Ko to come out again. I kind of like how June is so open. I like the fact that June is now kind of open about his work that he's doing with the order. It's kind of more open to talk with Ko about it. Kind of like that. So yeah, basically everybody else's memory has kind of been wiped, apart from the people who were actually involved in the fighting. So Mr. Goro, June, and the rest of the XRC, everybody kind of still has memories of what happened, but everybody else has kind of just forgotten about it, including Ryota. But even with his memories being rewritten, he still has this little bit of animosity towards Ko after what happened after failing to rescue Shiori like he promised he would. I actually really like this this opening section here, where you kind of meet up with everybody again, and you kind of see what's going on with everybody. Like Ryota and June have kind of continued on with the same relationship that they had before, just kind of hanging out and chilling. And Rion is continuing with her stuff with Spiker. Continuing to practice and make sure that Spiker is a success. These two are together. Good mix, I suppose. So yeah, it's also so with everything that's happening, it's kind of hinted at that basically all the members of the XRC are basically just making excuses for why they're all meeting up with Ko as he leaves and goes on his way home. It's pretty much basically that they're keeping an eye on him after everything that's happened, kind of worried about him in case he's, they're kind of worried about him after everything that happened with Shiori. So it's kind of a sweet little thing that they're constantly trying to help each other, that they're, still looking after Ko and making sure that he's alright. I think it's kind of the reason why Asuka decided to volunteer to kind of walk home with him today, and just to make sure that he's alright after everything that happened with Shiori. Yeah, because it is a kind of a big coincidence that we just happen to be running into all the members of the XRC as Ko is making his way home. So yeah, Ko's like, hey, shouldn't you be practicing for the upcoming competition? Why you just so happen to be here to talk to me on my way when I'm making my way home? So I think he kind of knows Ko what's going on, and he's just kind of letting them all do their own thing. Yeah, I do really like Sora and sorry, I do really like Sora's kind of and Yuki's kind of relationship. It's always they're very entertaining to watch, kind of like a brother and sister kind of thing. Yeah, and again, both of them are kind of like saying, "Yeah, come on, you've." Sora saying, you promised that you'd train with me, and Yuki saying that, you can call me up anytime and we can play some games and stuff. It's again them basically trying to make sure that he's alright after everything that's gone down. My god. Ko's never going to get out of this fucking school. So many people to talk to. Ain't that the truth? But yeah, it's also kind of nice to see that Mr. Goro is kind of throwing himself into his kind of teacher life, if you know what I mean. That he's really throwing himself into doing that, and less so with the other stuff. Again, Toa kind of showing her concern for Ko as well. It's kind of the main thing of this kind of the main theme of this kind of starting point, the first section of the epilogue, really. Ow. Anyway. Yeah, and it's a good thing for Ko to actually mention it, that he is a part of the SDF. He is part of the military, so you would have thought he'd have to go back, but apparently not. At least not quite yet. Yeah, and Ko basically gets it, that, it's him that's causing everybody to kind of be concerned about him. And, that everybody's talking to him, kind of to... everybody's kind of going out of their way to talk with him, basically, to make sure that he's okay. And Asuka's decided to stay in Morimiya as she continues as a part of Nemesis. Yeah, and I think I think Ko is kind of got mixed feelings about that. Nemesis are trying to recruit him, but I think he has mixed feelings about it. You know, because on one hand, he's kind of happy that Asuka is going to be staying in Morimiya, because I think at this point he doesn't want to lose anybody else really that he kind of likes and gets along with. But at the same time, I think he feels kind of guilty that maybe she's decided to stick around for his sake, because he's not, you know, because he's still obviously still hasn't recovered from what's happened with Shiori and stuff like that. So, true gentleman. Yeah, and Ko decides to walk away. Yeah. And at this point we get an affinity shard. So at this point, this is a Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus exclusive from the original Tokyo Xanadu. Basically at this point in the original game, it's just Ko is like, yeah, no, it's not my fault, and he kind of wanders off into the distance, kind of getting his thoughts to himself, and kind of has the idea to basically, he needs to buck his ideas up and stop everybody worrying about him, and just to move on. And that's kind of the end of the game. But with Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus, you get this, you get an extra affinity shard, which opens up the exclusive epilogue section of the story, where basically Ko starts to hear Shiori's voice, and he's kind of thinking that he's kind of nuts at this point. But it turns out that Rem's going to pop up at this point for some reason. You'll find what you're looking for there. So yeah, let's head back over to Shiori's house and see what the fuck's going on. Everything's kind of frozen in time at the moment. Time to head off. So it's time for the epilogue. A legend is born. And if we look at Shiori's house, there is an Eclipse gate. It's a giant silver Eclipse gate, which, by the way, it kind of looks cool. I kind of like the design. It definitely has a more I don't know. It's got a more cooler and more striking kind of design than the regular Eclipse gates. Yeah, so apparently Rem showed up to the rest of the group as well and told them to basically, you'll need to head over to Shiori's house. to get all the XRC in the same place. What's going on this time? To be fair, I don't think Rem has had any ill intentions throughout the entire game, really. He's been a bit mysterious and not told us a load of stuff at various points. Sorry, but she's not been actively hindering our progress. It's finally come to fruition. Okay. The fuck are you talking about? So what is this gate? Yes, thank you, Yuki. Let's lay off the cryptic pronouncements. The shit? What have you heard about? Miracles. I wonder what miracle they could be talking about here. Something that goes far beyond human understanding. So yeah, there's some kind of intense presence related to divinity in there. So yeah, the main quest of the epilogue is that there are a number of silver keys that you find hidden throughout Morimiya. There are some that are just hidden kind of in the overworld, and then there are some that are basically inside hidden eclipses that you have to find. Get all those and you can enter the Eclipse door, and basically what the whole point is, it's one last final boss fight against an extremely powerful foe to bring Shiori back to life, to actually recover Shiori completely and have her be a part of this world again. They don't really explain fully how that. I mean, they'll show. I'll be there. Sorry, I'll be showing it later. You know what I mean. I'll be showing it later, but yes, it is a difficult one to. They don't really fully and completely explain how she is able to how she survives, but yeah. So Shiori's not completely dead. We complete this last gate, and Shiori can be brought back. Don't know why he bothers asking at this point, because you know, of course they're gonna help. Yeah, I mean it's kind of obvious that they were gonna help anyway, because you know. You know, because they want to make sure that Ko's going to be okay. Plus, they also want to bring back Shiori because they're friends with her, so it's kind of obvious. Time for one last battle, I guess. I believe there are 9. I think there are 9 keys total that you have to find, and there are a grand total of 3 of them that are in hidden eclipses. But we're not going to be doing that immediately, because in the final section in the epilogue we actually have some side quests to do. So join me next time for the next part of Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus, when we'll be heading off, and we will be completing the final side quests of the entire game. So yeah, see you next time.